All right, here we are. This is new thing for me, using this mic and my music in my ear, and let's see how this goes. All right, so a little bit later in the day, I'm going to begin by just warming up a little bit. Later in the day for me to get my workout in, and just learning to be flexible with whatever comes my way. Building out the ankles here, trying to multitask, speak, do, listen in my ear. The music is playing. Yeah, so just see where this takes me and be happy. That's all I can say. Hopefully I know how to pair this music up. Forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so now it's ringing. All right, so getting distracted. All right, let's come down and do a few of these. As always, you warm up the best that you can in your body. I'm gonna go for a little walkouts here with an arm reach. Try to keep my legs a little bit more straight. Let's see, can I do it this way? That makes more sense for the view. Everything is a practice and a learning for me. And every day I come into more acceptance with that. Keep taking steps towards the future. Okay, so a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's come into, let's see, maybe not planned, maybe a little reverse lunges. These are all moves that we're gonna do anyway, but just to get the body going. Making sure to take nice deep breaths. Just a few here and there, maybe some of my favorite. I'm not gonna stop doing these just because I don't like them. So just give yourself a little bend, a little reach. See what else we could do. A few jumping jacks just to get into the motion and get more arm movement, but I am going to use the ropes in between each move as usual. So yeah, let's get a little jumping jacks in. Really test this mic out today. Like I said, hopefully I could link the music up later. And if not, then hey, it's okay. I'm sure you can play your own music on your side. Make sure you're breathing. All right, I'm ready to get into this workout, okay? So the first move we're gonna do is gonna be a deadlift with a shoulder press. All right, so we're gonna start off, well, I'm gonna start off. Let me not forget the timer. I just thought it was a lot better not having to count the reps, just being consistent with time has begun. So down the best that we can, and nice shoulder press up. And you know what? Maybe we can even throw that into that movement instead. Kind of jerking the dumbbells up instead of the hammer curl. And adding that little mini squat there. All right, it's ringing. I'm gonna do one more. All right, and we're gonna go in straight into the jump rope. Remember that we can step it out instead of jumping. We don't need to do the jumping. And make it be whatever kind of movement you want it to be. Even if you don't want to do rope and you wanted to stick to some jumping jacks, you could do that too. I just love my cordless ropes. Has a little added weight. Works for me. You do what works for you. Remember to breathe. Keep the body upright. Nice core, nice tight core. Remember, we're using it for all movement. All right, it's a minute. I'm gonna try to just flow through each move. So the next one's gonna be a squat to lifting that knee up and then bringing the weight across. So I'm just gonna use one dumbbell. So I'm squatting, bringing that knee up and twisting. That's it. And could use a heavier weight, it's up to you. A lot of the other movements, when they involve the upper body, it's very tempting for me to go higher in weight because I know that with my legs I can do more weight, but my upper body, I need to stay safe. So gotta practice just with a lighter weight. Don't feel like you have to come this far down in the squat. That's just what I'm doing in this moment. And immediately going into my rope. Feel free to rest for a few seconds before you get into the rope. This is just how I'm flowing in this moment. Smiling, keep shining, keep breathing, keep moving. All right. Next move, but first, a little sip of water. I did say we were gonna go straight into the next move, but this music too is, gotta move to it. All right, side lunge, my favorite. Going into a row. So, what am I gonna use? I'm gonna start with this light dumbbell, and I'm gonna alternate sides as I go along. Okay, so let's set the timer, set our feet where we feel good, give it a row here, switch. Don't know if I actually have done this move before, but it's the first time for everything. And really, I enjoy mixing moves together, upper body and lower body. Feel like I could go a little heavier. Feel like this is very light. But we're already in this minute. Trying to remind myself to keep those hips seated back. Okay, last one. All right. And from here we will go the rope. Remember, we can make it whatever we want to make it. I'm excited to see how this mic works with the jumping and the heavy breaths that I'm taking. We're doing it, moving our body. We're alive and breathing. Just smile for this opportunity today that we are taking. We're using these opportunities. All right, a minute. Take a little 10-15 seconds maybe. Stay moving. Hopefully I pair up the music so you can hear what I'm hearing. All right, next move. Maybe a little sip of water. It's a little hot, I'm a little sweaty. Stay hydrated. Okay. Curtsy. All right, so we're gonna add our curtsy lunge, and we're going to use those dumbbells. That's why I didn't want to do the hammer curl before, because I knew that I was gonna use it for this move. All right, reset. All right, here we go. So, can't see myself, so I'm gonna really try. Maybe I could just use this little hammer curl. It's a little far, but the idea is to come behind, crossing the leg, but also I'm trying to keep my hips facing forward. Trying to press up with that heel to come back to standing. Really, this is a light weight and I'm feeling it in my arms. But that's what I tell you about my upper body. So before I used to be like, oh my gosh, I want to lift heavy, I want to lift heavy. But honestly, it's wherever you're feeling the work being done. You don't need a heavy weight, right? Like, why are you gonna force yourself to do that? You don't have to do that. All right, rope. I feel like having more reps is good, but I feel like taking the opportunity to do some reps is better than no reps. So that's why I'm here with this light workout. You know? That's why I'm here. And honestly, I really don't like working out in the afternoon. I don't. But things kept coming up, and then by the time I went to get my workout in, somebody was doing their lawn, and I was like, this mic is good, but I don't think it's that good. So I went in and got a little bit more work done, and here I am. All right, I'm wondering what happened with my music. So take a sip of water and let me see what's going on. Let me see, I don't know what happened, but now it's playing. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Next move. We're gonna do, okay, this is also a new one for me, okay? So I'm gonna go reverse lunge. First, because I don't remember doing it before. And I'm going to see if I can hold the weight back here and then extend when I stand. So either way that how you do this, whatever you feel comfortable doing, remember, we're not the same person, we're not the same body. Maybe you're way advanced, but you just wanted to follow along for fun. So obviously you're gonna do what you're gonna do, okay? So I'm going to come back here and set my timer. Okay, Melissa. All right, here we go. Now let's get started. So I'm back here. And I'm gonna step back and extend the arms. I'm gonna be very careful here. Like I said, I would like to see what I'm doing. Okay, need to remember to keep my elbows a little bit closer. A lot of things that are taking place at the moment. Maybe, again, adjusting because it's the first time that I do this. So what about if I hold it this way? And I think, because I should have tested out before, I'm even wondering, what about if I keep it here? Time is up, but I want to test this out. And then extend. Would that be easier? Feel like it would be a little less awkward this way. This is me practicing with you in front of you because when I do the next round, I just want to see where I'm at. So stepping back. So important also to keep the core nice and tight. Okay, I feel like I like this one a little bit better, and I'm even feeling it in my arms. So, like I said, sharing myself with you does not look perfect. And if you're looking for perfection, There's a lot of people out there doing it. This is me. So, welcome. Smiling, shining, breathing, and moving. Let's add on sharing my moments with you the whole way through. No editing, because why? That's not what I want. It's not what I want you to see. I don't want you to see editing. All right, take a little break here. If I'm not mistaken, that's the last move. I'm gonna run through it one more time. Let's take a little, I don't know, minute. Let's give ourselves a minute and just move. To whatever music is playing. Just enjoy this moment. Take this minute just to enjoy the fact that we're moving. However we choose to move, however that ability allows us to today. Remember, every day is different, and we need to welcome every day, welcome each move, welcome every moment that we get to live, that we get to use our body, that we get to share together, that we get to be our authentic selves, because that's what it's about. Right, so we're gonna come back to our movement. We're gonna start with that deadlift. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier and see what that feels like. So remember, we are doing that deadlift, bringing the hips back, 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 and then kind of bringing them up and pressing them above our shoulders. So let's set that minute. Let's be intentional. Sit the hips back. A little heavier, but I can do this. Need a little bit more oomph when I bring those weights. I'm trying to keep them close to the body. You can also throw a squat in there if you want. I feel like everything would be better with a mirror. All right, the last one. And we're gonna go right into the rope. Sweat dripping. 1 minute here. Breathing, enjoying the jump. Second round. I was gonna do one and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go one more round. The good part is that, you know, we don't have to count anything. So we know each thing is a minute. All right, let's take a 20-second dance and water. Next one is a squat with that twist. I don't remember what I used last time. All right, let's set that minute. This one felt a little awkward the way I was squatting. Maybe I just gotta bring the dumbbell a little higher. You could turn these into pulsing squats if you want. Maybe you want to hold the squat. Last one. Woo. Straight into the rope. Let's bring the heels back. Try to switch it up a little bit. Focus on that breath. Sweat is in my nose. I can't do anything right now. Nothing's gonna stop this jumping. All right, little break. All right, side lunge. Woo. With the row. It's a cute little birdie up there. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. Set it up. Hello? There we go. Whew. All right. Sit the hips back. Forgot the row. Oh, here we go. I wish I had a mirror. But I don't. So, nice and slow. Let's not worry about speed. Let's not worry about how many reps. We know we're here for a minute. And let's just try to make it the best minute of our life. Always keep the core nice and tight. And that's it. I'm gonna do one more here and one more here. Go right into a rope. See, what should I do this time? Maybe alternate foot. Whew, so hot. But it's okay. Got my 2 fans. Get my breath. My body is practicing cooling itself by letting all this beautiful sweat come out. Sure, we're almost at that end of the minute. There we go. Let's take a few seconds here. I feel like this earpiece is about to come off, but I do enjoy these beats. I do. What can I say? All right, we're going to our curtsy hammer curl. Whew. All right, Melissa, we got 2 more, right? I think 2 more to go. Yes, 2 more. We got this. All right. Should I do a little bit heavier? I want to try. So let's set this minute. Carefully grab the weights. Make sure I'm in a good space. All right, here we go. Try to control that weight. The weight is not controlling us. Let's get those smiles in. Enjoying our movements. Getting stronger. Using all our muscles. And that's time. And I'm not gonna dare do another rep. Let's get our timer. And let's get our rope. Let's see. Maybe we can do off step, where we're just jumping on one foot twice. It's another thing. You could do some jumping on one leg. So many different things you can do with or without the jump rope. I just really love the weighted rope. And like I've mentioned before in my other videos, I do want to practice regular rope because I feel like that's good for the coordination. I need that. But the ceiling is too low here. I don't want to mess it up on the cement out there. I don't have a mat to put out there. The one that I have here is kind of, I don't want to trip. Honestly, it just moves by itself. Not cool. And at home, we're going to our last move. At home, I feel bad because it's so noisy for the people downstairs. So, right, taking a deep breath, having a little water. And almost time to celebrate. Making it through the whole workout. So last one's gonna be the reverse. Yes, the reverse and the one I was trying to work out before. So I'm gonna stay with the 10 so I can have enough space to grab it the way I was grabbing it. And let's set that minute. So starting, I already forgot. What did I decide I was gonna do? I think here, right? And then lift it up. Honestly, don't remember. All right, let's try to bring the foot straight back. Let's try to keep trying to keep my arms where they should be. And of course, you don't need to do this with the dumbbell. Like I said, I'm sharing what I'm practicing. There goes the music again. All right, I'm gonna go right into that rope, so grab your rope. I'm not sure what I did. Now I'm grabbing my rope, so you could get an extra few jumps, it's okay. Last rope, and it's up to you if you want to make it go a little longer. Maybe you want to do 5 minutes. I think the other day I did that, taking a few seconds break. So you could do that if you want. Woo! Look forward to that shower. But I'm so happy that I made myself come and do this little workout and share it. Instead of saying, oh, it's too late, I'm tired already, tomorrow. So that's it. Let's cool down with a little light dance. Keep the body moving after. That heart rate is up there. Breathing. Whew. And begin to slow down. And you can still keep your dynamic stretching. You don't have to always do the static stretching. However, that's what I learned. Dynamic stretching before movement, static stretching after. And then there's some people that say we should never do static stretching, never stay and hold it in one place. So, yep. Everybody's way is the right way for them. That's what I say. Bring the hands behind the back. Clasp your fingers. Try to bring it away and up as best as you can. I like to do this one too. Oh, that side body needs more stretching. Whew. So much sitting I've been doing, honestly. This is ringing and I don't know why. Right. Get the balance. All right, there we go. Whew. Press the hips forward. Just feels so good, even though I'm hot and sweaty. Just feel good that I moved my body. I feel good after getting some movement in and then enjoying the calmness from it. You know, getting to enjoy the stillness. The nice deep breaths, breathing with more ease. Ooh. Press my knees apart. And maybe even this bend forward. Feels lovely right now for my back, my head. You know, if you think about it, we're always with our head upright, right? Sitting, standing the whole day. This fold is like everything. I swing from side to side, just enjoying breath. Slowly rolling up. I encourage you to keep on getting some stretching in if you'd like. I want to put this stuff away and get out of this heat. Is what I want to do right now. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So I hope that I get to connect the music. Everything is a learning process and I'm growing through it all, accepting, allowing, renewing. Let's see if I can get this video connected. Have a beautiful, blessed day. See you next time. I said I'm gonna get my stuff away. Yep, I did. I did say that. Going now.